Notion has just released their newest update, Notion AI, one tool for your whole company. Free for teams to try. So in this video, we are going to go through what exactly Notion, what AI is, and how you can use it to get the most out of your Notion setup. Now, I am quite an advanced user when it comes to Notion. I've been using it for over 2 years, and I've even turned my entire life around with Notion. But I will admit that when I first started, I didn't really know what I was doing. I found it pretty difficult to wrap my head around some of the more advanced features. And when I first started using Notion, there was no AI or anything like that. So if I found it a bit difficult back then, I think it's fair to say that most people probably will too. That's why I am making this video, so that I can kind of hold your hand and guide you through everything you need to know about Notion AI and help you understand how you can start using it today. The first thing we need to do is set up our workspace, because AI only works in the new workspace. You can set up your own workspace by going to the plus sign here and clicking on the one that says Templates. Once you click on that, you'll see a load of different templates that you can choose from. There's personal knowledge management templates, there's note templates, meeting templates, and a whole load more. I'm gonna go for the personal knowledge management template, because I think that's probably where most of you guys are gonna use it. Once you've clicked on that, you'll see that a new workspace has popped up called My Workspace, and that's what we're going to be working with throughout this tutorial. Let me quickly show you around the workspace. Down here we have our calendar, up here we have our tasks, and at the moment there are no tasks, but we'll get on to that later on. On the left-hand side we have our databases, which at the moment are empty, but again we'll come back to that later. In the middle here we have our notes, which is where we'll be adding all of our information, and at the moment we have a few pages here, already pre-populated, which is great. We have a page about who we are, what our goals are, what resources we have available, and a whole load more. We also have a page here which shows us how we can use Notion AI, and a page which shows us all of the commands that we can type in. So let us get into the main part of this video now, and let us look at some of the things that we can do with Notion AI. The first thing I want to talk about is generating text. If I open up my page here and I write /, I can then select text generation, and Notion will give me a few different options here. It says find and replace, highlight, summarize, expand, rewrite, and a few others. Let's try and expand this sentence. Let's just type in expand and then press enter and see what it does. And as you can see, it expands on the sentence and gives us a little bit more information about that topic. Now you may be thinking, well, that's great, but how can I use that in real life? How is that actually going to help me be more productive? Well, let me show you. Let us say that you are a student and you are rewriting an essay and you are not sure how to finish the essay. You're not sure how to link this paragraph to the next paragraph. What you can do is copy this paragraph, go over to your page here, type / select text generation, and then select expand. Paste in your paragraph, and it will then expand on that paragraph and try and generate some ideas for you to continue your essay. Another way that you can use this is, let us say you read trying to write a caption for Instagram or something like that, and you read just not very good with words. You can write / select text generation. Select whatever option you want. In this case, I'm going to select summarize, and I'm just going to paste in the text that I wrote. Then press enter, and as you can see, it summarizes the text for me and gives me a much shorter version of what I originally wrote. Another feature that you can use is called the long form assistant. To bring up the long form assistant, type / select the long form assistant and then select new. Here you can select from a few different prompts. There's blog posts, scripts, emails, messages, and a few more. Let's say that I wanted to write a blog post. I'm gonna select blog post, and then I'm gonna title my blog post something about how to take better notes. And then I'm going to click on start writing, and as you can see, Notion starts writing the blog post for me. You can carry on writing and editing the blog post yourself, or you can just leave it to Notion. When you're done, just click on done, and it will create the blog post for you. The next thing that I want to talk about is how we can use AI to create databases. At the moment, if you go to one of your empty databases, you won't see anything here. All you have is these 3 dots here and a few other options. What you can do is click on these 3 dots and then create a table. Or if you don't want to use a table, you can create a board or a calendar. Let's create a table and call it tasks. This is going to be a database where we add all of our tasks. Once you've created your table, you can click on the settings and turn on Enable AI. When you do this, you'll see a new option appear here which says Add Property Dynamically. What this does is allow us to select different options from this drop-down menu here and automatically fill in the rest of the task. For example, if I selected date, it would automatically create a date for the task. If I selected time, it would automatically create a time for the task. Same for URL, email, phone number, and a few more. Let's try and add a property for name. As you can see, it creates a name for the task. Now what I want to do is create a filter for this task. I want this task to be completed by me. To do that, I'm going to click on the filter here, and then I'm going to select Custom, and I'm going to select who is responsible for completing the task. As you can see, it automatically fills in the person who is responsible for completing the task, which in this case is myself. Finally, I want to set a due date for this task. So I'm going to click on the due date here, and then I am going to select Automatic Due Date. As you can see, it automatically creates a due date for the task. I can then repeat this process as many times as I want and create multiple tasks in a matter of seconds. The final thing I want to talk about is how we can use AI to help us brainstorm ideas. To brainstorm ideas with AI, go to your empty page, type /, and then select brainstorming. From here, select any of the options. In this case, I'm going to select product ideas and then type in what you want to brainstorm. For example, I might want to brainstorm some new YouTube video ideas. So I'm going to type in that and click on Start. As you can see, Notion will start writing down some ideas for me, and there you have it. That is a complete overview of Notion AI and how you can use it to get the most out of Notion. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new, and I hope you're excited to start using Notion AI yourself. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button below. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.